Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. Last time, we visited Merryfair Farm. Today, our goal is to get started in Riften. Our goal is to finish Riften, but we're not going to do that anywhere near the span of one video. I mentioned that Riften bleeds out into the exterior. Let's cover the docks first. That way we can stay inside the city. I'll talk to people as I run into them. I usually try to be systematic about sticking to where people actually live, but I'm not going to bother with that. Well, so far, nothing too serious, just some underwater stuff. Now let's go up first. Got a few barrels out over here. Tomatoes, salt piles, green apples, salt piles. Oh, and a couple of baskets I almost missed. Here's an entrance into Blackbriar Meadery. However, we don't have the key. That door goes into the city proper. These guards aren't going to let us in.
Hold and stand down. If you want to get into Riften, use the north gate. This one's closed.
Why? What's going on?
My orders are to tell the riffraff to use the north gate. That's it.
Could you make an exception in my case?
No. You can use the north gate, or you can head to the next city.
Well, I guess there's no way to pass that then, because I know there's only one very hard check in the game, and we aren't there yet. Now that building is out on its own dock, so it's the Riften fishery. It's got an adept lock, so let's pick it open. Well, I was gonna say let's pick it open. There we go. Lock picking to 81. Hard to be upset with that. I don't actually want to clear it out yet, although it probably will be the first building I do clear out. But let's stick with the docks for now until we get those done. A second door to the same building, also adept locked. Well, let's get that one open too. Oh, we're stealing. Better get hidden. Yeah, looks like when we're dealing with fish barrels, it's stealing. But everything else is free to take. Nothing in either of these little boats. That was a weird sound. Get out onto the big boat. There is some stuff out here, as you can see. I think the open chests with fish in them are a nice touch.
Stop. I won't go back to I won't. Stop. I won't go back to Avansh's. I won't.
If you guessed that she's going to give us a quest and we're going to go to Avansh's, you guessed right. From Deepest Fathoms. Leave the lexicon. That's quest related and she's going to give it to us. Let me see where she's technically listed as living. Helga's bunkhouse. But she just paces in a circle around the fishery and At least until you take and I think finish her quest. And she can get killed, so let's take the quest now.
You must take the lexicon. Free me of my burden. Please don't leave. You must help me.
Lexicon? Burden? What are you talking about?
The memories. I cannot stand them. You must take them away. Return them to Avonshanzel. You must take the lexicon from me. Please. Take it now.
It's okay. I'll take the lexicon.
You must bring it to Avonshanzel. In the west. Return it to them. It must go back.
Started. Unfathomable depths. Take the lexicon to Avonshanzel. A disturbed Argonian named from deepest fathoms was wandering the Riften docks. She insisted I take the lexicon she gave me back to Avonshanzel.
It's yours now. I won't take it back. I won't. Avonshanzel. Take it to Avonshanzel. You must take it back. Avonshanzel. Take it to Avonshanzel. You must take it back.
Alright. Let's head over here now. Staying on the exterior.
I could have put it back.
The Riften warehouse, which requires a key. So we can't clear it just yet. And that's it for the docks. Note this little tunnel right here into the sewer. That's actually an escape route from Riften Jail, but I'm going to take it from the inside. So Riften has two gates. The north gate is the one on the other side. Let's try this one. Requires key. Can't get in.
Take my advice. Don't listen to that talk of the face sculptor down in the ragged flagon. Face butcher is more like it from what I've heard.
Now the sewer is the escape route from the jail. I'm gonna come at it from inside the jail. So that pretty well clears the docks. Other people will come out here and work, but as long as we're inside the city cell, they should be safe. As long as I stay inside the city cell. And I think I'll wait for them to come in before I will head back outside, because I just don't want to risk them getting killed in a dragon attack.
Tools, wares, and weapons. All for
Next
sale.
up is Riften Stables. It also has an adept lock. Oh, I almost forgot. We need to go clear out the Riften fishery first. Duh. Completely forgot there was a building over here I was ignoring. Yeah, we'll clear the Riften fishery now. Should be particularly easy since it's empty. And we still have the warehouse outside. So we're stealing everything in here. Not that I particularly care anymore. I'll just work my way clockwise around the room. Don't miss the salmon hanging here on the rails. Or on the ropes above. There's the other door. There's some other little fish inside that one. Now, let's check out the pool. You can steal all the fish swimming around in here. And the last thing to do is clear the office. Found... Oh, almost missed those hangers. And there are a couple over here that I almost missed too. Now the only thing to do is clear the office. We've read Olaf and the Dragon. An apprentice locked strongbox. Well, one extra pick to break, then we can just get her open. A note. Things to do. Let me get it off my book list. Down near the very bottom. Things to do. Alright. Things to do. 1. Repair holes in nets. Sending to Markarth too expensive. Look for local solution. Valandor, perhaps? 2. Repair wood damage on fish pens. No skill required for this. Should simply have Wujita take care of it. 3. Adjust fishing charts for Lake Honrick. Need to keep ship clear of Golden Glow Estate. They took pot shots at our ship last time we moored within a stone's throw of their location. No idea why, and answers to Arangoth have gone unanswered. 4. Tell Nivanor to stop spending so much of our damn money. And Pirate King of the Abyshin we've read. Let's go over here. There's the business ledger. And that's it. Alright, now we're done in here. Now we're gonna go to Riften Stables. Whee! One thing the UESP is telling me that I think I should check out before I enter the stables is if we go to the northeast, it says we can find the ruins of a small round tower.
Another victim fell for our ruse.
That's a random encounter called the Vampire Trick.
That's your best?
I guess I should have expected to play if I was random encounter, at least if I was dumb enough to walk around away from the city. I'm trying to at least kill the thrall with that head, which I think is doable.
You don't have a chance.
Here we have an ancient vampire. I'm gonna go sword and shield and elemental fury. One-handed to 40-50. And we killed him. No real trouble. Let's search the ancient vampire, get everything he's got. And I need to go to my quest list, because that is a random encounter called Vampire Trick. We didn't actually hear it, but I know that's what it was, because she said someone fell for our ruse. And essentially they're just calling out for help a little ways off the road, and then you come to them and they attack. We just didn't hear the call. Where the hell is this tower that USP is talking about? I don't see anything. I guess maybe farther, but it can't be too much farther. Well, I've attracted a spider. I guess we'll kill it too. I get the feeling I might have veered too far south. It's supposed to be to the northeast. Let's go that way. I definitely went too far south. I got confused about what direction northeast is. And then I almost got stuck in a rock. Well, still, that's good. Another of the less interesting random encounters is out of the way. Well, I'm not seeing any ruins of a small round tower. Stables are just about directly to my southwest. If I go northeast, what do I see? I guess I should get past this hill before I declare the UASP nutters and call it a lost cause. Oh, and what do you know? There it is. Big bear. I'd armor 62. Good night, sir. Now let's heal up. And inside these ruins we have a skeleton, a satchel, an amulet of Zenithar, 4 gold, a coin purse, and a shrine of Zenithar. And I think that's it. So my thanks to the UESP for pointing that out to me, and I'm sorry I ever doubted you. UESP is always right. Always. By the way, a little PSA for my readers. Viewers, not readers. Stick with the UESP. Avoid the Elder Scrolls Wiki. The UESP is a non-profit labor of love. Elder Scrolls Wiki pays to get itself to the top of search engine results, and it's filled to bursting with ads. It's for profit. None of that really bothers me, but the real kicker is that with all of that, the UESP just has better, more accurate content. Okay, now we're ready for the stables. First, we got a couple of horses here. Let's check the outside of this building. I was hoping the Khajiit camp would appear so we could loot it. We'll see it eventually. We got a few barrels here. Before we head inside, of course we have the carriage driver, Cigar, to speak to. Well, let's talk to him.
Need a ride? I can take you to any of the hold capitals. My carriage is the safest way to travel.
Tell me about Riften.
You can get a room at the Bee and Barb, but mind your coin purse. It's no secret the Thieves Guild makes its home here. Oh, and if you meet Maven Blackbriar, stay on her good side. This is her city, and nobody else's.
Good to know.
All right then.
Thank you to him for the excellent tips. Now let's get ourselves hidden. I don't know what's spotting me. Oh, it's one of those horses. Let's pick the lock and head inside. Now, there are two guys who live in here, although one of them is inside the city right now. Let's just clear this room, since the resident is currently in bed. Although who knows how long that'll last. Now here's his room. We can go ahead and pick his pocket. Leave the Mark of Dibella, though. That comes up in a quest later on. And we can actually resolve the quest when it comes by stealing it, but I
Pickpocket.
prefer other resolutions.
You.
Come on now.
What do you think you're...
I was gonna say 76 isn't that bad. We shouldn't be having that much trouble stealing it. Alright, there's the strong box. Need to pick it open, of course. The business ledger is up on top of this wardrobe. And here, we have a bookshelf. We've read Alduin is Real. We've read it. Explorer's Guide to Skyrim. Read it. Read it. Read it. Read it. Read it. And read it. Alright. Well, that'll do until he wakes up. And I do want him to wake up. I want to chat with him and everything, so... Let's head outside. Oh, and look! Their camp did spawn in, just like I wanted it to. Alteration to 89. That's excellent. Let's steal their stuff now. The salmon's gonna be hard. I had a tiny little window where I was hidden.
Tools, wares, and weapons, all for sale at fair prices.
Fire is not a toy.
Yeah, I know. There. We got
This
all
one needs something?
we got all that tricky salmon. Got a bucket. There's nothing else in that little tent. Nothing else around the fire.
Need something?
Nothing in that little tent. So let's check the big
Between
tent.
the war and the return of the dragons, I wonder if we should not leave Skyrim and ply our trade elsewhere.
I admit, the dragons are a concern, but we can avoid them if we stay in one place for too long.
That may be, but what of the war? That is not so easy to escape from.
The war? That is not a reason to leave. It is a reason.
There we go.
And what makes you think that?
6:04. Let's just wait 2 hours.
War is good for business, of course.
That ought to bring Hofgrir Horse Crusher outside. Or at least open for business. Let's offload some stuff with
So
Akari.
take a look.
Purely to get ourselves less encumbered. Although I have to be careful not to sell her anything that I brought for a quest. Actually, let me double check and make sure I didn't accidentally do that. I didn't. We're good. Just need to rigidly segregate between stuff I brought for a quest and everything else. Holy crap, I have a lot of salmon meat. Have the fishery to thank for that. And tomatoes. Very good.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Alright, let's... Uh-oh. 5 more tomatoes!
Prices. Fire is not... Take a look. I hope that you will come to the business.
Alright, let's head into the stables now and visit Hofgrir and talk to him.
Too lazy to walk, eh? Well, you found the right place. Got horses that need shoeing, so make it quick.
Can I buy a horse?
Don't mind if you do. What's your price?
Here's my offer. 1,000 gold.
Sold. She's all yours. She's already saddled up.
Can I buy a horse?
If I had one, you could. They're all spoken for.
How did you come to be known as Horse Crusher?
Been stuck with the name for years. I've been riding horses since I was a lad. Nothing I liked more. But as I got bigger, so did my mounts. Then one day, I was drunker than I've ever been and mounted a poor colt. Broke his back in 2. Haven't ridden since.
Must be dangerous living outside the walls.
Ah, I'm not afraid of anything out here. Walls are just a weakling's hiding spot. Not me. I'm no weakling. In fact, I bet I got the strongest arms in all of Skyrim.
I bet you're wrong.
Oh, sounds like I've got a challenger. Tell you what, how about a friendly wager just between us? I bet you my entire purse of septums I could beat you in a fist fight. You match the bet, and we fight until one of us gives in.
Sure, I'll match your bet.
All right, remember, this is a clean fight. No weapons, no tricks. And none of those fancy magic spells either. Here we go.
Awesome.
Come on. Never should have come here.
This one's easy. Now, for whatever reason, even though it's just like Fight in the other cities, this is a unique brawl. It's called Bloody Nose. You can see he can't do a thing to us. He must not have noticed we were wearing dragon scales. It's the only explanation.
I don't believe it. I guess you were right.
I hope you aren't angry.
Not at all. It's good to be put in your place once in a while. I guess I shouldn't boast so much. It gets expensive.
Alright, so we can take Bloody Nose off my miscellaneous quest list for Riften.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something. Too lazy to walk, eh? Well, you found the right place.
Alright. Now with that done, I think everything we stole from there suddenly loses its stolen tag. Let me see if I'm
Need
right about
something?
that.
So many. Take a look.
Why, yes it does. So we can offload even more. Of course.
Make road lead you to warm sands. Fire is not a thing to be played with.
Akari's out of gold.
It
Easily
is us.
handled.
Take a look.
Okay,
I hope that you will come.
with
to
all
the
that
business
done,
with us again.
it's time to actually enter the city. Been going 30 minutes, not too bad.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
What's the tax for?
For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
This is obviously a shakedown.
Alright, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate.
These vampires are
unlocked.
becoming a real menace.
Head inside when you're ready.
If it's a bed you need, talk to Kirab in
Awesome.
the Bee and Barb.
Let's head
She'll
in.
set you right.
Now, Riften is going to come off the location list, of course. There it is. Riften discovered. Now, one of the first things that happens is a conversation. Well, let's check the guard
I had
first.
another run-in with a thief's guild.
Be careful, Mule. The Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at her back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
They represent the reason I'm here. I can't just ignore them, Eren.
I know. I just don't want you to leave. You're the only good thing that's happened to this city in a long time.
Alright, let's deal with these two first, since I ran into them first. Pickpocket Eren and talk to him.
Keep your hands
Never
to
seen
yourself.
Mule this upset about anything. The city really gets to her. Mule told me that it isn't this bad everywhere. Maybe one day I'll venture out and see if she's right. Mule's brought me nothing but safety and peace of mind. And some lessons with the blade. I hope that someday this city will be free from corruption. And we can all live in peace.
Alright. Eren's done. Well, Mule has gone, so we'll talk to her later.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
Here's Bully. We can pick his pocket. He's got another of those marks of Debella, and he also has the key to the Riften fishery.
Keep your hands to your...
Well, I guess we'll deal with him now, too. Well, let's talk to Bully.
There's nothing like fishing on Lake Onrey. You should try it sometime. If you're hungry, Marie sells fresh fish, caught by yours truly. Good morning. Need something?
Are you a fisherman?
Only the best in all of Riften. I own Riften Fishery. Started out with a single fishing pole, and now I have an entire building and 2 boats to my name. Not bad for a middle-aged Nord, eh? Too bad I haven't had the same success helping this city shed its poverty. And even Nord thinks I'm wasting my time trying. But I disagree.
Who buys all your fish? Or actually, let's start with you sound quite charitable.
Yes, I suppose someone has to be around here. Have you seen the condition of this sorry excuse for a city? Beggars roam the streets, crime runs rampant, and the threat of war's driving away business. The paltry amount of coin that I place in the charity box at the temple is the least I can do to help.
You mentioned Nivenor.
Nivenor is my wife. How I was ever able to meet such a gorgeous creature is one of life's mysteries. We're at odds about my charity. She thinks the people in this town have become lazy and expecting a handout. I try to include her in my lessons for Mara Mall over at the Temple of Mara, but she prefers to shop instead. Different strokes, eh?
Who buys all your fish?
I sell my catch across a good portion of Skyrim. It's worth its weight in gold to me. The only untapped market left is Markarth. However, I just got word that Klepper at the Silver Blood Inn might be interested. If you're headed that way, I would appreciate you delivering a purchase agreement for me. You'd be paid, of course.
Okay, I'll do it.
Good. Klepper will pay you as soon as you arrive with the letter. Here you are.
Deliver the purchase agreement to Klepper in Markarth.
Remember to give at the temple.
Naturally, we won't do that until we go to Markarth, which is quite a ways away. But we have it in our journal, so let's read the purchase agreement. Purchase agreement. This agreement certifies that Klepper, owner of the Silver Blood Inn within the city of Markarth, will pay Bolli, owner of the Riften Fishery within the city of Riften, the sum of 3 septims per bushel of fish. Payment is expected upon delivery and product is guaranteed to be fresh. Bolli. Alright. Next up is this guy. Been leaning against that post giving us the stink eye.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble?
Just passing through.
Yeah? Well, I got news for you. There's nothing to see here. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Who are the Blackbriars?
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you.
Let's see, got any dirt on this? Show unusual gem.
Only way you could have found one of those is by stealing it. Guess you'll fit in around here better than I thought. So what do you want to know?
Tell me what this gem's worth.
Do I look like a merchant to you? You're gonna have to take that up with Vex and the Thieves Guild. Get in good with them and you'll find her.
Started. No stone unturned. Become a full member of the Thieves Guild. Completed. Bring the unusual gem to an appraiser. Any news involving the Dark Brotherhood?
The only thing I heard is a rumor that a boy named Aventus Aretino in Windhelm has been attempting to contact the Dark Brotherhood. He used to live here in Riften at the orphanage on the other side of town, but I think he ran away. Can't say I blame him.
Tell me more about the Blackbriars.
Well, you got Maven. She pretty much runs the whole operation. She's got friends in high places, if you know what I mean. She's also got ties to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, so basically, no one can touch her. Just remember, if she tells you to do something, you damn well better do exactly what she says.
Know anything about the Thieves Guild?
You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. If you want to get in on that action, find Brynjolf in the marketplace. I'm sure he could use someone like you.
Talk to Brynjolf about joining the Thieves Guild.
Hey, you, get over here. I want to talk to you. What did you want? Be seeing you around.
He's got no one-liners, so let's just pick his pocket right quick. Alright, that's it for Maul. Next, I can search another barrel, but we've got another conversation right here on the bridge.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem.
This is Shadra. Let's pick his pockets and talk to him.
Get away from me.
What do you want?
You work at the stables?
Yes. Hofgreer took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected.
What kind of trouble are you in?
I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do.
Tell me the details.
I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me.
I'll help you pay off your debt.
You will? Oh, thank you.
Speak to Sapphire about Shadra's debt.
Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty people.
Okay. Now, you know I like to clear the outside of a city first. Let's check around behind this house. Some of these gates are locked and pickable too, like this one. What do we have here? Aaron's house with an adept lock. Bully's house with an adept lock. We will get to those, but let's stick with the exterior for now. A novice lock. That's easy. Let's get that one open. Another novice lock. Okay. This is Snowshod Manor. Also adept locked. Almost missed that bucket here on the main road. But other than that, we're good. Now let's see what's up these steps. There's a balcony connecting all these houses. That's fancy. Nothing up here. Nothing down there. Got stuff over here. Not great stuff, but stuff. No upstairs entrances to worry about. That much is good. Alright, let's keep going. Here's an expert locked gate. There we go. That should raise lockpicking to 82, I think. And it did! this, I think, is Riftweald Manor, which absolutely should not be unlocked. That's a glitch if ever I saw one. Maybe this door is barred. Yes, there we go. This door is barred from the other side. Both of these gates require keys. Riftweald Manor, although it is a house, we won't get into it until near the end of the Thieves Guild quest line. Now that should tell you it's important.
Lightly armored means light on your feet. Smart.
Here's a little cemetery. A bunch of harvestable nightshade. Interesting little structure there. Some harvestable flowers out in this courtyard. The Hall of the Dead here on ground level. There's one of those key-locked gates we saw earlier. Let's see what's up these steps. Over here, we're just above that same graveyard. There's the other key-locked gate. This is the Temple of Mara. And I need to make sure I've searched all this. There's the front gate to Riftweald Manor, also barred from the other side. Let's stick to the back. It's working well for me in terms of thoroughness. I've got a bunch of flowers over here, next to a shrine of Talos. Now she gets to worship Talos openly, because the Stormcloaks are in control of the Rift. This is Nura Snowshod. Now that staff is difficult but possible to pickpocket. It will take several tries with only a 9% chance, but... It shouldn't take that many. I've got nearly a 1 in 10 chance. That's not that bad. There we go. Let's talk to her.
How can a humble servant of Talos help you today? Talos bless you, my child. Blessings of Talos upon you. Need something?
What can you tell me about Talos?
He's the protector of man, the dragon of the north, the patron of all Nords. And despite the Imperials and their treaty, he will always be one of the 9 divines. A devout Nord would rather fall in battle and have his blood spill upon the earth than allow the Empire to strike his name from the divinity.
Why all the hatred for the Empire?
Talos is part of our culture. He's part of our heritage and our tradition. He's Skyrim personified. To suddenly have all that wrenched away is like losing someone you hold dearly in your heart. The Empire already took my daughter from us, but by Talos, they will not take our homeland.
What happened to your daughter?
I trained our daughter Lilia as a healer, to one day tend the shrine of Talos and replace me as a priestess of Talos. When the fighting began over the white gold concordat, she ran off to join the Stormcloaks. She had her father's fire, how could I say no? She died out there, only having tended to the wounded soldiers for a few months. We never even found her body. The Empire burned all the dead.
Alright.
Talos guide you. Careful with that fire!
I've been forgetting, but we should really be detecting life here. The marketplace during business hours. Holy cow. Oops. I need to drop the key to Blackbriar Manor I picked up. Gotta find a barrel right quick, so I can pick that expert lock. There's one out here, right? Yes. Blackbriar Manor key. Because I want to pick that lock. Expert locked gate is too much experience to say no to. And the nice thing about the gates is nobody cares about you picking them. You don't have to do it secretly. It's a different story if you're going for the door, but the gate no one cares about. Alright, let's get our key back, and then we can keep patrolling. Boom. Look at all those hits. Alright. Got some flowers here. We loop around the front of this building. We are, of course, at Blackbriar Manor. Don't worry, we'll check out the market. I just wanted to catch that bug. Now let's go ahead and get the palace on our map. So I can now take Mistvale Keep off of my location checklist. And let's check it out. Let's start with the courtyard. We got guards here. Yep. Here's the jail. Front door to Mistvale Keep. What do we have over here? Some lootable goodies. A couple of barrels over here. The Mistvale Keep barracks. And this guy, training, Harold. Let's pick his pockets. He's got fancy stuff. And let's talk to him.
Out of my way. The son of the Jarl has no time for idle conversation with travelers. If this isn't about official city business, you're wasting my time. I presume you have something important to say? Make it quick.
You seem to dislike visitors in Riften.
Every day the threat of exile from Riften draws closer for myself and my family. Who knows how many spies the Empire has sent into our midst already? We're at war. This isn't the time for hospitality. Thank goodness Mother is keeping a level head about everything. If my brother Saerlund had his way, we'd be flying Imperial colors by now.
You and your brother don't see eye to eye?
Can you believe that fool had the audacity to speak of his love for the Empire in the plaza? He expects us to drop our defenses and greet them with open arms, to dialogue with them rather than defend our homeland by spilling their blood. He's a traitor, plain and simple. Had I been sitting on the throne, he'd be hanging from the gallows for his sympathies toward the Empire.
Only a dagger for the son of the Jarl?
If you must know, I was practicing in the yard when the guard I was sparring with fainted when I specifically told him to duck. My blade bit right into the stonework next to the keep and needed serious repairs. Thankfully, our smith Balamond works wonders. In fact, if you'd fetch my blade from him, I'd be most appreciative.
I'll get it for you.
Thank you. Do hurry, please.
Pick up Harold's sword from Balamond.
Until next time.
Pretty easy. Well, I've been going nearly an hour. We can explore a little more. See the market square there. The whole city kind of loops around it. Here is Honor Hall Orphanage. Here is the South Gate.
The Imperials think we need their laws.
Let's head down to the canal level now. Here is Romlin Dreth's house. Over here, the Ratway. Here's Valendor's house. Why these are stealing, I don't know. Here's Marie Saravel's house. If you hadn't guessed, these canal houses are the poor part of town. A bunch of barrels here. Here is Elgrim's elixirs. With the exception of that, the apothecary is wealthy. He's down here because the water is good for his ingredients. Here's Beggar's Row, the poorest section. That should be obvious. And that's it for the canals. You'll notice now we're back at the bridge where we met Shadra. Let's go the other direction. Unlocked gate. Nothing back here. We do have a few barrels and baskets and some mushrooms, oddly enough. Now this is Honeyside. That's the house we can buy after we do some favors for the Jarl. Here's Helga's bunkhouse. Across this bridge, we got a guard here. Now this is the inn, the Bee and Barb. Over here we have the Pond Prawn. That's the general store. The Blackbriar Meadery. The door straight to the docks. This is Balamond. He's the smith, and this is the Scorched Hammer, the smithy. Let's pick his pocket. And we'll talk to him.
Come to see Balamond perform miracles with steel, eh? What brings you to Balamond today? Repair? Purchase?
Never done an honest day's work.
Nothing like the smell of a white-hot blade, eh? Looking for some armor? A weapon, perhaps? Yes?
You seem quite proud of your work.
Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame. The secret is my forge. It consumes fire salts, a strange mineral that burns as hot as red mountain lava.
Impressive.
Well, it was. Sadly, this forge is dying, and I've used the last of my fire salts. If I can't feed it soon, it may grow cold.
Sorry to hear that. Or would 10 pinches of fire salts help?
Amazing. These must have been very hard to come by. You've saved my business and warmed an old smith's heart. For that, I thank you.
That's what we were hoarding 10 fire salts for. That resolves his quest, stoking the flames. I'm here to pick up Harold's sword.
Lazy good for nothing, isn't he? Sent you down here when I'm a stone's throw from the keep. Here's the sword. Tell Harald to stop slaying walls, and perhaps his blade will stay in better condition.
Deliver Harold's sword. I imagine current events are keeping you busy.
People say I'm making gold off of other people's misery, but what else would I do? Smithing is all I know. Next time one of my shields deflects a killing blow, they'll change their tune. Return anytime. You're quite welcome here.
Alright, we got barrels to search. There's the interior of the Scorched Hammer. And right here, we can go ahead and run the sword back up to Harold and resolve his quest, which is called Bring It!
Out of my way. The son of the Jarl has no time for idle conversation with travelers.
Here's the sword from Balamond.
Took your sweet time getting it to me. Here you go, for your trouble. Now if you'll excuse me.
He may be a douche, but he's a rich douche. Gave us a flawless amethyst and a diamond for that little delivery quest. I got some storm cloaks here.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
Alright, let's run around the edge of the market here. And quickly, there's the door to the Bee and Barb. Here's Maurice Aravel. Let's talk to her. Oh, let's pick her pocket and then talk to her. Just need a second to...
I presume you're
My
bothering.
food is the best in all of Skyrim. Always as fresh as the day it was collected. Some fresh meat to fill your belly, perhaps? The only way to find fresher meats is to hunt it yourself. And what might you need,
How do you keep this food so fresh?
I picked up a trick from a butcher in Elenir, a small town over the border in Hammerfell. He showed me a way to grind up ice wraith teeth and use it as a preservative. Keeps everything cold and fresh, but only for a limited time. I'm always looking to replenish my supply, so if you ever come across 5 of them, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands.
Okay, I'll find some.
Thanks. I was actually worried I'd run out.
Any idea where I can find some ice wraiths?
Well, I'd be careful if I were you. I hear the Nords hunt them for some kind of initiation rite, and not all of them end up victorious. The last traveler that traded me some said he found them at a place called Ancient's Ascent. Careful, though. Rumor has it a dragon makes its home there.
I found the ice wraith teeth.
Perfect, just perfect. These should help keep my stock fresh for quite a while. And as promised, here's my trade. Hope you like it.
Spell tome, stone flesh, 5 pheasant breasts. Tell me about the Thieves Guild.
They live below the streets, in the ratway, like dirty animals. And trust me, they're no better than the vermin that slink out of there for scraps. They make it difficult for decent people to earn a living. Of course, not many decent people live here in the first place.
What's the Ratway?
It's Riften's name for the sewers beneath our feet. Absolutely disgusting. If you fancy keeping your purse filled with gold and your head on your shoulders, I'd stay out of those awful tunnels.
What have you got for sale?
See for yourself.
I should have a bunch of food I can sell her. Of course, she only has 50 gold, but I can get rid of some of this stuff anyway. I think I already know stone flesh. Yeah, it's just apprentice. Okay.
Thanks again for the ice wraith teeth.
That, by the way, that resolves her quest, of course, which is called Ice Cold. Well, everybody's closing up sharp there in the closing up shop there in the market. I guess she doesn't technically own all this stuff. Oh, good. I wanted to deal with her. Or with this gal. Mule the Lioness. Let's pick her pockets and then talk to her.
You're a stranger here too, huh? Visitors like us are rare in this part of Skyrim. Need something?
Tell me about Riften's Thieves Guild.
To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think?
I agree completely.
You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Other than Eren, you seem to be the only other person I've met I might be able to trust. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you that they're recruiting others to join their guild, and you should be cautious.
Tell me about the Blackbriar family.
Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials. As friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves' Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens from her family, but to no avail.
Who else is in the family?
Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder.
You're not from Riften?
I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, Elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between.
Why are you here then?
Many years ago I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust.
You're Riften's protector?
It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Erin, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago.
How did Erin save your life?
It was Erin who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed. Safe travels.
We're supposed to be able to get her quest.
What? It's been corrupt. If it wasn't for Erin, it was Erin. When my strength returned and he told me about the problem.
Huh. Well, hold on a minute. We're supposed to be able to get a quest to get her sword back from Mazinja left. I'm on the UESP right quick. Well, it says it's a common bug. Oh, okay, here we go. If you're already level 14 or above when you first interact with Mule, you must gain another level after your conversation and return to her, and then she'll give you the dialogue option to start the quest.
I decided fate brought me here for a reason, so I stayed.
Okay. So we just need to remember to come back and talk to her when we gain another level.
Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you much right now. I'm currently in mourning.
Asgeir Snowshod. Well, let's pick his pockets and then talk to him. Why not?
You caught me at a bad time. I've lost someone dear to me. Yes? What is it?
May I ask why you're in mourning?
It was my sister, Lilia. She served as a battle maiden with the Stormcloaks. We recently heard she'd been killed. I find it difficult to talk about. Perhaps you'd be better off speaking to my parents about it. Anyway, I'm glad my work at the Blackbriar Meadery keeps me busy. Helps me keep my mind off of things.
Tell me about your parents.
My father was a Stormcloak soldier in his younger days. Now he just walks the streets spewing his hatred and propaganda. My mother is the priestess of Talos. She tends to the shrine and teaches his ways. I'm just not so sure she's delivering the right message.
Are you at odds with them?
Don't mistake my political beliefs as a substitute for my family values. They're still my parents, and I love them dearly. I just think they've let my sister's death skew their outlook on Ulfric and what he really brings to the table with this war. I'm not so certain that Ulfric's intentions are as noble as they think. I think Ulfric cares about Ulfric, and the rest is a smokescreen. I'd appreciate if you kept my opinion between us. The last thing I want to do is have my parents lose another child.
You're involved with the meadery?
Yes, actually. I'm partnered with Maven Blackbriar. I put up a chunk of the gold she needed to get the place off the ground. We've been staggeringly successful so far. In fact, I'm almost surprised how quickly she's generated business for us. My name may not be on the label, but some of my blood, sweat, and tears are in every drop. Figuratively, of course.
Alright.
It's been good talking to you.
We can steal a flagon and a bucket right here. Oh, and look, 2 gold coins, too. Snilf.
Sure, I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want to even speak to me? To oblivion with all of you! You rich piles of dung walking by us like we're not there, pretending we don't exist? How dare you! You think you know pain, do you? Try watching your wife and daughter burn alive after they've been ravaged by brigands. That's pain, my friend. Edda, she's crazy as a loon. But at least she doesn't have the mind to realize what a horrible world this is. She's the lucky one. Just leave Riften. Go far, far away and never return. This place is nothing but a rotten, stinking corpse that sat in the sun far too long.
Here, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Until next time.
That, of course, takes care of the quest all beggars have for Snilf. Now, I do want to loot this cart, and I think I can do it now that the market's closed and most people have left. Good. There's the other door to the Bee and Barb. And now we're pretty much... we've got the perimeter of the market done. Well, let's do the market, but first, here's this guy. Bursey Honeyhand. Let's pick his pocket and talk to him. He's the proprietor of the Pond Prawn, but I assume they're closed since it's after sundown, which is why he's out here. Alright.
If you're looking for anything to sell for a fair price, I run the Pond Prawn over by the market. Need something?
Your shop has a most unusual name.
Catchy, isn't it? In my youth, I was a fisherman. I had a beautiful ship named the Brawny Prawn. But the years have a way of creeping up on you. I ended up selling that ship to open this place. Seemed only fitting to name it after her. Well, changed it a bit, I suppose. If I had been smarter, I would have kept my boat. Coming to this city was a big mistake.
What's wrong with Riften?
The question is, what isn't wrong with Riften? This city's corrupt, rotten to the core. No one cares about anything except themselves, and how much coin they can make off the misery of others.
Maybe you should speak to the authorities.
Authorities? Have you been listening to what I said? They're all dirty. Every one of them. The only way to get things done in this city is to keep your head down and pay off the right people.
What's the Ratway?
It's our name for the old sewers that run under the city. It used to be a huge system hundreds of years ago, but it fell into decay, just like the rest of Riften. The guild stocks the place full of thugs that aren't good enough to join, so watch yourself if you venture down there.
Thank you, sir. Alright, let's head into the market square now. I'm not sure what these stormcloaks are doing here.
Dogs who this land belongs to.
Ah, you're back. What have you discovered?
We need to clear out these stands. Of course, that's hard with them staring at us. Alright, well, we can go over here first. Steal a little wine. Almost missed that basket there. Brandshay's strongbox requires a key. Well, I guess we're not picking that lock. This, I think, is Brynjolf's stand. Who sees me? Oh. Other beggar. Well, this is all stealing, too. Damn. Well, let's pick her pocket and talk to her.
Please. Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask. Is that so bad? I can't take this place anymore. The trees, all the colors, but the city's so dark. Why? It makes no sense.
Leaving, little elf.
Damn it!
Please. Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask. Is that so bad? I can't take this place anymore. The trees, all the colors, but the city's so dark. Why? It makes no sense. So cold, so hungry, so tired. No one cares about us. No one. We could die and no one would ever even know. They'd just throw our corpses in the canal. Are you scared to death? I am. I hear everything just stops. Forever. It all just goes away, but you don't realize it. I don't want to die. Need something?
Now, we can give her a gold piece, too, but our first gift of charity needs to wear off. So we need to remember to go back to her. A master-locked display case. This is Medici's stand. Or Medici. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. I know I'm a little over an hour. I'm just trying to finish the outside off.
Hands off.
Inside that master-locked display case, we've got several pieces of jewelry, but these immobile storm cloaks are going to make it tough. Unless I can lift this stuff, which it looks like I can't. Here's somebody. This is... I think this is Romlin Dreth. Yep. Let's pick his pocket and talk to him. Let me make sure I didn't accidentally just pick up a quest item. No, I didn't. Good.
You could use a drink. What do you say to some cheap mead? I'm selling the best mead in town for cheap. Interested? And what might you need?
What are you selling?
Nothing but the best. Blackbriar mead, fresh from the vat. Best of all, you don't have to pay the ridiculous prices Maven charges. So what do you say to that?
No thanks.
Suit yourself. If you change your mind, I'll be around. Yes.
Do you work for the meadery?
Sure. How do you think I get my hands on the good stuff and offer it so cheap? You think old Maven is just giving it away to anyone? Good thing she makes so much money. Makes it easier for merchandise like this to fall through the cracks.
You're selling cheap mead?
No, friend. You got it all wrong. I'm not selling cheap mead. I'm selling good mead for cheap. Blackbriar mead. I'll sell cases of it for half of what the inns and taverns pay through the meadery. All I need is someone to deliver it for me. If anyone saw me leave Riften, they get suspicious.
What kind of delivery?
I need someone to take this small keg of Blackbriar mead to Wilhelm at the Vilmer Inn in Iverstead. Drop it off, and he'll trade you something for the delivery. Keep it as payment for the legwork. Oh, and if you bump into Indaren from the meadery, keep your mouth shut. He'd rat us out in a second.
Alright, I'll do it.
Good. Now get going.
Deliver mead to Wilhelm, or show mead to Indarin. Let me look at the rewards right quick. Indarin gives you gems, and Wilhelm gives you gold.
Keep this to yourself.
Neither's really important to me anymore. I really need those storm cloaks to move, though. Else I'm never going to be able to steal this jewelry. Wonder if I can move them.
Damn faithless Imperials.
We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
Next Imperial I see is dead.
Oh, damn. I
I
almost
think
had
you
it
might
right.
be in the wrong place, friend.
Talos guide you.
Alright. Need to
I
turn her
long to be
again.
out there with my brothers, waging war against the Empire.
Okay, now let's see. Nope. These two can both still see me.
Keep your eyes open.
Fight or die well.
Okay. How about now? They're not even supposed to be here. Maybe they got added in one of the expansions, I don't know. How am I going to steal this stuff?
Ah, you're back. What have you discovered?
Can move them away a little bit if you sprint into them.
I've never seen Mjol this upset.
Hey, water!
The city really gets
Well
to her.
met, friend. How can I help you?
Mjol told me that it isn't this bad everywhere. Maybe one day I'll venture out and see if she's right.
Alright, well, now they're just staring at the display case. I do want to unlock this expert locked sliding door.
Please. Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask. Is that so bad?
Well, I guess I can try Grelka's stand. Just need to hide from the storm cloak.
You can't take that.
Douchebags. Why are you here? Alright. Master locked sliding door. Now let's get that open and let's not break our picks doing it. Not on purpose anyway. Lock picking to 83. Love that. Bunch of good armor under there. And Grelka's strongbox. Not bad.
Talos guide you.
That leaves Medici's expert locked sliding door. Uh-oh. Medici's satchel. Let's unlock his novice strongbox first. Before we take his market key. Because we do want that lockpicking experience. Alright. Now that just leaves his display case. Then I'll be done out here, but why are these storm cloaks here and why won't they move?
Legion soldiers gleam like fresh fallen snow and clank like a kitchen. They head this way, we'll know it.
Good for you guys.
Talos guide you. Talos guide you.
Talos guide you.
Need to turn them away from the stall. I don't... They aren't even supposed to be here. It's really bugging me. Alright. Might be able to reach stuff if I jump. Oh, good. Alright. Now with that, we've cleared the exterior.
Cold.
I just
So
need to
hungry.
remember to revisit
Tired.
Edda after 8 hours go by, and Mule after, what am I thinking? After I gain a level. So my next target, I guess, will be this first house on the left, Boley's house. But we'll do that next time. This has been Let's Play Skyrim. Got a solid start in Riften, but we've got a lot of stuff left to do. We'll keep going next time. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.